What is up, Wholesale 2 Million family? Welcome back with another subscriber first wholesale deal interview. Today, I got my man Pablo. Dude, I apologize. Pablo, 25, just closed his first wholesale deal for $6,000.
Let's go get this money.
Anyways,
Yes,
you
sir.
guys, I want you to sit back, get a pen and piece of paper ready because you're going to take some notes because Pablo's going to share with you all the tips, all the tricks, all the secrets on exactly how he got his first wholesale deal done. There is no sales pitch. The only thing that's left for you after this interview is you to put in the WORK because the info is there. So put your hand together and help me welcome my man, Pablo. Pablo, let's rock and roll, man. So tell a little bit, dude. I got this little keyboard that's set up with all these push button, man, and I can't stop pushing them.
Okay.
But hey, Pablo, I want to say, man, first of all, thank you so much for taking your time to jump on and to do this and to give back to the people, man. So,
Of course.
share a little bit of stories about your background, how you got started into wholesaling and all that, dude.
Okay. So a couple of years back, I actually went to try to get my real estate license. I failed, of course, like about 95% of everybody that takes it the first time fails. I'm taking it here in Florida, so it's a little bit tough. The laws are always changing here. And then I still stayed in sales, came back to real estate just about a year ago, went through the whole real estate license, got educated, decided to wholesale, because just the money's great, the opportunity's great, the financial freedom is amazing. I mean, I have yet to find anybody making as much as what I'm making, and for themselves comfortably, working from home. I work actively from home. My first wholesale deal was 6 grand, but the one I had was speaking to you about, the 15 grand one, was just recent.
Ooh,
It
okay,
just happened in
okay,
like 3 days. It was
okay,
insane, man.
okay. So yes, so I guess I guess we're gonna roughly talk about the 6,000, which is your first one.
Okay,
Okay,
cool,
and then
cool.
after that, we're just gonna roughly talk about that, and then we'll dive into the 15 Gs.
Okay, let's
Okay.
do it. So
So
my first, sorry.
yeah. So now, Pablo, what are you currently doing right now? Are you wholesaling full time?
Yeah, wholesale full time. Thank God, it's been going great, and I don't see myself going anywhere else.
Nice, man. And how long have you been doing this?
So I started wholesaling at the end of January. I got my first deal. I believe it was the second week of March, second week of February
January 2021.
this year. Yeah, this year,
Okay.
2021.
Oh, nice, man. And how many deals have you done since?
Since then, I believe I'm working on my ninth deal now. I just closed my deal.
Woo! So total, what you have made so far?
Whew. To put it like this, the smallest deal I did was 5 grand.
Okay.
So I've probably made around in total a little over 35.
Woo! And the year's not even over, bro.
Yeah, and the year's not even over.
Good for you, man. Now, how long did you when did you discover wholesaling?
So what's crazy was I almost went on through a different route. I was either going to go be a realtor or
Okay.
go to e-commerce. And
Hmm.
you know what? But I was so interested. My family's been in real estate. They actively invest. They fix and flip here in Orlando. They own a big real estate group in Puerto Rico. So it made sense for me to go down this route. I've always liked to work by myself. I've always hated to have somebody tell me, hey, you got to clock in, or hey, you got to clock out before overtime. It's like, nah, man, I want to go. I want to hustle. I want my work ethic to speak for myself. When those deals close and they close quickly, people say, damn, that guy is on fire. Like that's all my work ethic.
Good for you, man. Good for you, dude. I was speaking at an event in Las Vegas just last week, and someone asked me, so Khang, if it wasn't for real estate, what what would you have been doing? And let me tell you, it could have been anything. It could have been, Amazon. It could have been day trading. It could have been stock. It could have been anything. I have the work ethic. I wasn't searching for passion. Dude, I was searching for what can make me the most amount of money
Yeah.
legally. All right, legally and morally. And it just happened to be real estate. And I have that work ethic. So I went all in and here I am today.
And it's
So
something you can grasp physically, which is something that I personally love. I love to be able to go. If I have to go see a house, I love to walk it,
yep.
feel it with my buyer right there, feel it with my seller right there, like you feel attached, which is something is incredible to me.
Yep. I hear you, man. Okay. So, Pablo, let's talk about your first. So you discovered it back in what, 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Like, okay, 2020. And how did you discover it, man?
I saw a lot of people. Honestly, you were one of the first people, if not the literally first person.
Woo!
And I was watching a video and I saw like, let's go get this money, and I was like, that's like interesting. It's catchy, The energy was there. I was like, you know what? Let me check this out. Started watching your videos, wholesaling, learning. Reading the contracts that you would give out to people, the free game. I'd start researching it more and checking it out, and I'm like, man, you know what? Like I can do this. It's physical, it's tangible, it's something you could walk in and see. So then I started doing it. My first deal was a mobile home deal that I wholesaled,
Oh, nice.
which is typically different than a real estate transaction.
Nice, nice. Pablo just mentioned about if you guys want to get my free wholesaling contract, I'll give it to you for free. Just shoot me a text to that
It's
phone number.
amazing. Highly recommend it. Never had an issue. Sellers love it. Buyers love it. Title companies love it. Title attorneys love it. It's black and white. It's awesome.
You guys, it's just, Pablo, thank you so much for the kind word, man. It's just a 4-page contract. I even do a video on it to showing you how to fill the contract out, how to use it. So shoot me a text. Oh, wait, that's the wrong number. So 206-208-0676 is the correct one. So I apologize. That's the correct phone number. But yes, so Pablo, so your first one was not a wholesale deal?
Yeah, it was a wholesale deal, but it was more on a mobile home. So I had a guy that he owned part of a mobile home in Orlando, a mobile home park. He had about 6 that he needed to sell.
Okay.
I said, okay, if you give me a good package deal, I'll get all of them off. So we worked out a deal, and I think it was like within 40 days, all of them were already sold.
Okay, so how much was the package deal?
The package, each one was around 14 to 16 grand, what he broke it down to.
Okay.
And then I sold them all. I believe I sold them from 22, 24, and 26.
Got it. And it took you about 40 days to wrap it up.
To do all of them, yeah.
Got you, man. So, Pablo, currently at that time, what were you doing?
What was I doing? I had worked previously at a dealership, so I still had a little bit of funds saved up. So I was just kind of like living off of that until I was, hit it hard on the real estate. But I sold my first mobile home, and I said, you know what, I'm never going back to anything else but wholesaling. And then gradually I started getting into bigger deals and real estate, wholesales, firm, hard real estate, and just I won't go anywhere else.
Nice, man. So, Pablo, here's the key thing that you said so you actually work at a car dealership.
Yep.
So you have sales background.
Oh yeah. I've only done sales. My first job at 15 was Foot Locker.
Nice.
And I've done retail and commission ever since.
Nice. For those of you, you're watching, you're listening to this, let me tell you something. If you have sales background, sales skills, if you can go into any business. All right. Like you're meant to be an entrepreneur. So if you're trying to figure out, hey, Khang, I don't know if I'm an entrepreneur or not. If you have sales skills, let me tell you, you're made to be an entrepreneur, man.
100%.
All right. You're made to be an entrepreneur. So go out there, find whatever it is that you want to do, build a business, because it's time for you to become the business owner. Because if you have that sales skills, if you go into wholesaling, you will crush it. You'll crush it. Okay. So now, Pablo, let's jump and talk about your $15K wholesale deal, man.
Okay.
Let's break that one down.
Sorry, you were breaking up. Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so pretty much how that started was back in February. I was actually driving for dollars. Okay. I would do this every single day, Monday through Thursday. Monday through Thursday, I would drive for dollars from around 12 p.m. when people are home till about like 6:30 p.m. when people are just getting home. So those are the times where you can have the most interactions with somebody. Definitely on Sundays, that would be my Sunday would be drive for dollars all day long. I would drive for dollars on Sundays. And I came up on this couple. She was actually cleaning her driveway. I got her information. I said, hey, I represent a couple investors that buy actively in this area cash, and they'd be interested in purchasing your property. she kind of gave me a little runaround for about 2-3 months, but I knew it was such a good deal that I couldn't let it go. I said, when this deal hits, it's going to hit nice, so I kept the follow-up, but kept going on other deals. Recently, she wrote to me about the second week of September. She said, hey, I'm ready to sell my house. She was going off by, typical seller goes off by what Zillow has, and they stick to it like it's a religion. So it was our duty, our job to say, hey, what's on Zillow, sometimes more, sometimes less, but it's never really accurate. So I brought her down from 260 that she wanted. I walked her all the way down to 180, which was a realistic number. And I went ahead and I had a buyer of mine. I said, hey, I got this property. It's in this area. He was maybe like 5 minutes from it. He checked it out. In 15 minutes, he was calling me saying, hey, where do I send the EMD to? I said, okay, great, let's do it. He sent the EMD. It was $10K non-refundable. It was on a Thursday when he did it, and we closed on Tuesday because the title still wasn't back by Monday. But we were going to close on that Monday.
Dang.
Let's go get this money.
Oh,
sir, let's get this money.
Good. Okay, so now let's break down the deal a little bit more, Pablo. So how did you found the buyer?
Driving for dollars, which is
You found the
something
buyer
that you also have mentioned. Yeah, drive, check the neighborhoods. If you see something, don't be afraid to knock, and really get in there and give yourself a name.
Okay, so you also found your seller by driving for a dollar as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then you also, is there an app that you use, or you were just driving for dollars and taking down the property address? I mean, how do you found the owner?
So because I was raised in Orlando, so I know the area very well. I know what's hot, I know what's not hot. So I went strictly to the area where I knew it was hot. And it was an area where I went to middle school in. It's a very nice area, Class B neighborhood. So I started driving for dollars there, got her information. And originally it was supposed to be 220 back in February. With the market growing like crazy, now she wanted 260. But she hadn't really done too many things. The house just had a roof. It had AC. She did the flooring herself, so the floorings are going to need to be redone completely. Okay. The sink didn't really match with the cabinets kind of thing. So, I tried to explain it to her. I understood her situation. She was very motivated. She needed to help her family. She was going through a situation, personal. So then, you use that into consideration when you're making an offer. Right. And you're also trying to help her out. So you're trying to get her that quick cash offer she's looking for. Right. So that quick cash offer wasn't where she was asking, but it was just enough to cover what she owed and enough to get, her family situation figured out. Okay. I got you, bro. I got you. The question, bro, I want to ask you is that how do you came in contact with her? So let's say that you're driving for dollars. Now, for those of you who's watching this, if driving for dollar is one of your main thing that you're doing, check out Deal Machines. All right, dealmachine.com/WTM. You get a 14 days free trial with them, a $40 credit when you're driving for dollars. All right, so basically they keep track of your routes, where you're going. But once you find a piece of property with a push of a button, you'll be able to find out like how much they owe, what they bought the property for, and all the property information. That's really, really good. Definitely great tool to have. Anybody that loves to drive for dollars or just wholesale should just have that in their toolbox. Most definitely. Something absolutely. I forgot to mention. Dude, absolutely. Now, Paulo, once you found the house, man, how did you get a hold of the seller? Okay, so typically, since she was already there, I just introduced. Oh, she was already there. Okay. Gave her number, but typically, what I do when I drive for dollars is I get that address skip traced if you can't find it any other way. You get a skip trace and you contact the owner directly and say, hey, I was in the area. I'm interested in putting a cash offer on your house. We can close in X amount of days, depending on where your buyers are standing at currently. You make that offer and typically they take it, if it's a cash offer, because they don't want to deal with paying, realtor commissions and things like that. Got it. So Pablo, so you got the property under contract for how much? I got under contract for $180,000. Okay. 180. And how much was the rehab? The rehab, she had already done the most important things. For rehab, you're looking at like 25 grand max. Okay. 25 grand. Okay. So under contract for 180. And you also found and what's the ARV on it? The ARV is 275 minimum. Okay. So 275.
So let me do the math really quick, okay? Just to make sure. So we're at 275 minus 30%. So 192 minus 25. Okay. So basically you using a little bit higher percentage just because of probably the area. It's probably hot. And with the market being right now, people are probably paying more. So if I do the math, 275, 30% discount, I'm going to do a 20% discount. So minus 25 G's. Okay. Got it. So you're using roughly right around that 22 to 25% discount.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and how much did you send out to, so you got on a contract for 180. How much you send out to the buyer for?
For 195.
Gotcha. Okay. So you sent out for 195. Okay. Now, you also found your buyer by driving for dollar as well.
Yeah, that's the crazy part too. I actually was driving for dollars. I believe if not the same day, the day after.
Okay.
We were driving past the area over in Kissimmee, Florida, St. Cloud. Okay. And big blue house, beautiful house, had a for sale by owner sign out front. I said, oh, wow, I've always passed by this house. Let me check it out. Called him. He wasn't home. He's a ex-pro baseball player. So he was doing like something in New York at like, they were giving him an award for something. He's like, hey, I'm not going to be there, but I'll be there tomorrow. I go back tomorrow. We're talking. He has a lot of properties. He had like 100 lots here in Orlando as well that he was selling, like 3 other homes for in Airbnb areas. You know, we had a drink. We were talking. And I got his information, and then I was like, you know what, let's continue doing business. And then he said, hey, I'm actually an investor, active cash buyer. If you ever got anything, let me know. So I immediately called him when I got the property, and immediately the moment I called him, in like 20 minutes, he was calling me back saying he wanted it.
Wow. He didn't even have to see the property.
He didn't see the property inside until like days after closing day.
Wow. Okay. So, Pablo, what was your earnest money with the seller?
That one was 5,000.
You put 5,000 down earnest money with the seller?
Oh, what I put?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put anything on that one.
Okay. So you put 0 and your buyer your buyer put 5,000 down.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Non-refundable.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. And the closing, how long did it took?
Well, I got it under contract on Thursday. He put the deposit Thursday evening, and we closed on Tuesday because title wasn't ready to close on Monday.
So what? Roughly about 4 to 5 days, 15 G's.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Shit.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yes, sir.
Woo! All right, anyways, you guys, dude, Pablo, man, congrats. And I want to go back for those of you. You know, once you got a piece of property, all right, when you're driving for dollars, all right, you got a property address. The next thing you want to do is you want to skip trace, okay? I just launched, so probably by the time that this video is up, I just launched, all right, I team up with a CG member at one of my mastermind, and we launched the most affordable skip tracing that you can find in the real estate industries. All right. I would say it's about 85%, 85 or 80% accuracy, but check out KingKongSkip.com at 8 cents per skip. And I think you get, let's
go get this phone.
Let's go, man.
And I think you get up to 6 phone numbers. So if they have a home phone, a cell phone, or any other phone number, there's up to 8 phone for only 8 cents per skip. So check it out. So once you have a list, all right, you will take that list, you go to KingKongSkip.com, you just upload the list with a one push of a button. And I know there's some company out there that like you need to have a lot to skip trace with them. Otherwise, typically skip tracing will charge you between 15 to 20 cents per skip. Okay. And you have to have a decent sized list. Otherwise, obviously they'll charge you much more. But with us, all you need, okay, I think it's you can skip even one phone number, okay? And it's still 8 cents per skip. Go check it out to see if you like it or not. But, you know, I would love some feedback from you guys on that as well.
That's super useful. I mean, a lot of people underestimate the power of a skip trace because if you're driving by a house and if, you know, your skip trace, definitely as soon as I hop off, I'm logging into that because that's so good that you can just do one. You know, if you're driving for dollars, you see a house, skip trace it real quick, call the buyer. You never know, they might be at Walmart real quick, getting home in 5 minutes, and they say, yeah, just come meet me in 5 minutes, which has happened. You know, so that's amazing right there.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So I honestly team up with them and I told them, hey, look, I got a big audience here. I can promote it, put it out there. I need really, really cheap for my client. Like, how low can you go? And this is what we came up with, 8 cents per skip. Check it out. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But Pablo, what it is, okay, so I mean that's pretty much wrap up the deal, man. So Pablo, what are some tips, some feedback that has gotten you from start to actually now closing like 9 deals, making 35 G's, man? What are some tips and feedback that you can give to the audience that are like obviously struggling to get their first deal, or maybe just close their first deal, but they haven't got their second or third, so on?
Definitely try to stay in a market where you understand. A lot of the things where I was bumping heads was I was trying to go into different markets that I had no idea. And my thing was, you got to crawl before you walk. You know, that's one thing where if you want to do something right, you have to take it step by step and get there. You know, you can rush and you're going to trip.
Dude, I 100% agree, man. People that are just new jumping into the game, all right, they're like, hey, Khang, I heard, you know, I heard this market is good. Someone got a deal from this market, that market, this, and then they just start jumping everywhere, man. So Pablo, what you just said is dead on, man. Find a market that you're familiar with. Typically, it's your own backyard, and just focus.
Eat it up completely, and then once, I'm pretty sure, you know, your market has plenty of houses, so you're gonna be busy for quite some time while you're pushing those properties.
Right. Now, just to give you guys an understanding, like I'm in a very small town, all right? Roughly, we have about, population-wise, my whole entire county is about, at the time when I was starting, they were at 92,000 people in populations. And I still was able to make $50,000 a month. So a lot of you, maybe you don't need to make $50,000 a month. You're like, hey, Khang, if I can make 10,000, 20,000 bucks a month, I'm happy. But let me tell you, once you get there, you will increase your game.
Oh, yeah.
Right? But even with that small population, I can still crank out 50 G's a month. So can you. And I also want to let you know that when you're starting out, don't focus on the number of deals. All right. So you go on social media, all these people are telling you I'm doing 10 deals, 20 deals, like 50 deals a month. Don't focus on number of deals, man. The more numbers of deals, the more work it is. Focus on the spread. So roughly right now, I do about 8 deals a month, okay? Nice. And our average deal size is between 20 to 25 G's. So right now we're doing about 100. I would say we're right around 160 to 165 per month, okay? So don't focus on the number of deals. Because I'm in a mastermind where people were doing 30 deals a month, but you know how much they're making a month? Trust me, less than what I do. Okay, because each deal they're only making like 5 G's or 3,000 or 2,000, and there's
strategy and volume, definitely.
Yeah, right. And they're doing volume. I'm telling you, don't focus on the volume, just focus on the spread of the deals. Anyways, Pablo, man, how can people connect with you, dude?
So I'm actively on Facebook. You guys can look me up, Pablo LLEGA official at gmail.com. That's how you can search me through Facebook. My name is Pablo Padilla. You'll see me right there. Feel free to message me. I'm always open to working with people. A big tip that I honestly would recommend, because I hate seeing a lot of motivated young wholesalers crash and burn, is they try to JV somebody's deal. They don't really understand, you know, the process of how to JV the right way. You don't want to get into a crazy daisy chain where after a week of trying to find the buyer, you know, you contact your JV, say, hey, I got a buyer. He has to reach his JV and his guy. And they say, hey, we actually just got an EMD 2 days ago. And you just work the whole week, because none of us get paid by the hour. At least I don't. You know, I get paid straight off the muscle and the commission. Yep. So, you know, you can work a whole week. So unless you really have that strong bond with someone that you're open to JV and know they have the direct contract, try not to do that. If you're a beginner, just get out there, drive for dollars, buy some leads, cold call yourself, and just try to do that the best way that you can.
Boom! I hope this is the right button. No, that's not. Yes, that's the right button. So anyways, man, Paulo, I want to say thank you so much for taking time to jump on and do this with me and giving back to the people. I'll make sure that I put Pablo Facebook link right down in the description so you guys can go and connect with him and network with him. But anyways, if you're watching this, if you have any kind of questions, comment down below. I'm sure me or Pablo will jump on and help you with anything you got. And if you enjoy this interview, please show your boy King Kong and my guest Pablo some love. Boom!
Sure.
Smash that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, I want to give you a warm welcome to the Wholesale 2 Million family. And I want you to understand the family and the community. This is community of a doer, not a talker. So if you talk more than you do, then I promise you, this is not for you, because I really want people that are motivated, all right, that are ambitious, that are willing to take action and put in the WORK. Because you cannot motivate someone that is lazy. If you're lazy, this is not for you. Entrepreneurship is not for you, okay?
If you want to clock out, this is not for you.
Dude, you want to clock out, dude? Then this is not for you, all right? Because the thing is, when you decided to become an entrepreneur and build your own business, starting from zero, I mean like starting from zero, no help, no handouts, nothing. You're trading your 9 to 5 for your 5 to 9, which means instead of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., you're waking up at 5 a.m. until 9 p.m. Dude, people, when I went and speak in Vegas, someone asked me, so Khang, dude, I'm already working a full-time, man. How can I get some time to do this? If you're willing to spend 8 hours of your life and give it away to somebody else, and you're telling me and making them rich, and you're telling me that you can't squeeze out a couple hours for your own business, for your own dreams, come on, man.
Come on, man. Shit. Come on.
You gotta think, man. Okay? You gotta sacrifice the short-term pain for the long-term gain. Let me tell you what I have to do to get from where I am to where I am today. Okay? Dude, I used to work at 5 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. Takes me about 30 minutes to drive home. After that, I shower and eat for 1 hour. Then I run into the mall, work on our little side business, our hair extension kiosk in the mall. All right. Came home. The mall closed at 9. Came home, eat, sit at my computer from like 9:30 p.m. all the way until midnight, all the way until 1 o'clock in the morning someday. And I did that for a year. And you're telling me you can't squeeze out time?
Come on, man. Shit.
All right.
Man.
Like this is the game, all right? Dude, this is the game, is that do you have what it takes? How bad do you want it? You either have excuse or you have results. And let me tell you, excuse will get you shit, man. And a lot of you, what you need to do is you need to get rid of the people that you're hanging around with right now. The excuse maker, all right? The people that like to talk about the drama, talk about the news, talk about this and that. Dude, you want to surround yourself with winners. If they're not winning yet, they're talking about their goals, their dreams, and what they're going to do, not drinking and party on the weekend.
Don't be afraid to drop friends, because at the end of the day, if they're only slowing you down, that's a parachute. That's not a friend.
Woo! Hell yeah, man. You got to drop them like it's hot, like a hot potato. All right. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Pablo, once again, thank you so much, man. Until next time, take care, you guys. Thanks, Pablo.